Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Da, 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 da. Good morning, folks. Good morning. Hello. 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 There's nobody around. Oh, there is a somebody. I'll put your glasses on, June. You can see better that way. Yes, I can. That's true. Good morning, two people. I'm going to put my glasses on and I can see who you are. Cassie, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you, Big C. Good morning. Yes, I'm so happy we could connect too. I've missed you too, honey. Emma, good morning. It is so good to see you. I'm running a little bit behind. So, about 15 minutes to be precise. Well, actually 16 minutes now. Oh, well, actually 19 minutes now, according to my laptop here. Go brush my hair. Ouch! Brush my hair. Got to make myself look presentable in my PJs. I literally opened my eyes up and went, ah! I looked at the clock and I'm like, oh no, I'm late. Okay, let me get my chair here. There my clothes. Put those over there. Not getting dressed right yet. Keep my pad handy in case I need it. Don't need recipe books right now, do I? I'm not cooking. Get rid of those. Oh, whoops. Move those out the way. Bring my wheelie over. I hope you've all got your cuppa. I got my favourite cuppa. Grace, good morning, honey. So good to see you. How are you? You're getting up on the telly? I don't think it's a good idea to get on the telly. Cassie? Do you have a problem, honey? You really shouldn't climb up. You shouldn't get on the telly. Really, honey. Oh my gosh, not again. Not again. Cauldron, good morning. It's so good to see you. Welcome. Big hugs to you too, Grace. Where are you? I see you have left a message there. Real quick. Hugs, June. Hugs, 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 hugs. I look like a porn. Oh, I look like a star. I was going to say, I don't think I look like one of them. I look a bit rough this morning. With my skunk stripe that's getting ever wider and wider and wider. Oh man. I was going to cut my hair. Well, I did trim it short this way, lengthwise. And I was going to cut it short. But then I thought, well, if I cut it short, then I'll have just the tips. I'll have just the tip. That'll be whatever this colour is, plum. Everything else will be, Cauldron says I'm not a morning person. Okay. What country are you in? I'm not a morning person either. It's nearly 7:30 in the morning here. Oh. Nope, I'm I'm not a morning person either. This is like a bit ridiculous, to be honest with you. Not really. Not really. Not really. Not really. I'm just kidding. So it's 7:32 in the USA. Yeah, I'm in Kansas, so I think we must be around 7:23. See, my dyslexia kicked in then, and I saw 7:32 for some reason. That's silly, isn't it? It's not 7:32, June. It's 7:23. Yes, it's about the same time here. Grace says, I slept till 4:30 this morning. It's now 5:30. Oh my goodness. In Cleveland, Ohio, it's 8:24. Good morning, Jeanette Pickering. It's snowing there? Wow. And it's 1:24 p.m. in the UK. Wow. It's still snowing. We've got robins. We've got robins. I even took video of one to prove it that we got robins. The robins have come around. I've been hearing one for the past few mornings singing away. He's out there right now singing. And I actually saw him yesterday. At lunchtime. We went for a walk. Your son's had to come home from school? Oh my gosh, then it must be bad. Because they don't normally send, well, when I was over there, they didn't send us home from school just because it was snowing a foot or 2 or 3 or 4. And some of the snowdrifts were taller than I was when I was going home from school at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes, I remember we had blizzard-like conditions too. Couldn't see this far in front of my face. Could barely lift my little legs up out of the snow to take each step home. And I had to walk 6 miles home in the snow, uphill and downhill. Sound like my old grandmother, don't I? But no, honestly, I can remember when I was there, I mean, they didn't send you home from school, blizzard-like conditions and out, and if you were late to school, then you were in trouble. It doesn't matter what the weather was, because you saw what the weather was like, so you should have set off earlier to get to school on time. It was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And Glutes says, you know, it just don't sound right to stretch and squeeze glutes. You gotta squeeze them glutes. You crazy, you gotta. That old people sag, you know, is starting to go there. Our age, you gotta do it. You just gotta do it. Mary Portillo, and I've probably pronounced that wrong. I'm doing good today. It was a bit of a rough night last night. I've only slept about 2 hours. So, and of course, those 2 hours, was the last 2 hours, and I woke up and it was like, oh, I'm late. Luckily, I managed to get myself a cup of tea, which I haven't had a drink yet. Okay. Pixie had to go and meet him because Yes, I remember that did happen. I remember they had to stop the buses because, the buses are double-decker buses and it's really not safe for them to drive in conditions like that. But we had to walk. Good morning, Jacqueline. Welcome, honey. It's so good to see you. Good morning, Big Easy. Did I say good morning to you, honey? Doesn't matter anyway. Good morning and welcome, sweetie. Grace says, don't stretch my glutes. It's big enough already. Now, you know, there is a rumor, and I don't know how true the rumor is. I was trying to read the latest newsletter that was sent out by YouTube last night. And as thus far, I think I've got down to like point number 4 or point number 3, and I haven't yet seen anything, but there is a rumour that they might be going to include the chat with when they upload the live stream, after you finish the live stream and they upload it to your channel. There is a rumour that they might be adding the chat with the upload. I'm like, ooh, I hope I hope there's an option to not upload it, because some of my people can be rather naughty. Can't you, Grizz? I'm not mentioning no names like Grizz. Good morning, Ty. So good to see you, honey. How are you? Boy, Ty, you set yourself the high bar this week. You really did. On Sunday, you set yourself a high bar. I don't envy you for your research, honey. Whew. There are actually plenty of YouTube creators. They're actually called YouTube creators, who have information that you're looking into researching, Ty. So that might help it, make it a bit easier for you. You're welcome, sweetie. You're welcome. Carrie, good morning, honey, and welcome. It is so good to see you. I hope you've all got your cuppa, because I got mine and I'm just about to have a drink of it. It's nice and hot. It's a cup of black tea. Ooh. Thanks to Scotty. Yes, this one's from Scotty. Oh, thank you, Carrie. Mary, I live in Kansas, USA. I'm actually from, my parents are British. I was born in Singapore. I lived in Cyprus. Lived on Hailing Island. Well, actually, I should say I was born in Singapore, lived on Hailing Island. Lived in Cyprus, and then we were sent back to the UK. Gaz, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. I did see that you had completed your 30-day challenge, and I really need to catch up on all your videos with that. I'm sorry I've been kind of slack. Well, I'm not slow. Well, I am. Yeah, I am. But yeah, Gaz has been did a 30-day challenge of 30 push-ups a day for 30 days. And it was a challenge set to him by his son. And he did it! Yes! Yes! He did it! He made it! So proud of you, Gaz. I'm so proud of you. My internet is wonking out again. Stop it. Fast and fearless. Good morning, honey. Iron Dog is in the house. Fast and fearless says, I am too cold to move away from the fire. The weather over here is terrible. I need a coffee now that I have joined your chat. Get yourself a hot cuppa, Fast and Furious. Settle in by the fire. You can still scratch. You can still stretch by the fire, you know. Ask a cat. A cat does it very well. Nem Seeking, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. Iron Dog says he can't stay long. He's got to get ready to go to the doctor's office. That is okay, Iron Dog. I hope everything all goes well for you. Gas says 1,000 push-ups done. Wahoo! You have a new challenge? 1,000 squat thrusts. And he's got 270 complete, 730 to go. Wow! That's amazing. Good for you, Gaz. You can do it, honey. You can do it. The old mucker, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. See, I'm still squeaking a bit every now and again. Gaz, boy, that's a tough one. Squats are tough. They really are. No matter how well toned your legs are, you know, because you stand on them, you use them, you walk a lot. Squats are a different kettle of fish because it's a different movement to what your legs are used to doing every day. Whew. Rebecca, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. All these beautiful people. I am so blessed to have such wonderful, beautiful souls. And I encourage you all to get in touch with each other, contact each other, you know, support each other throughout the day and throughout the week, because that's what building a community is. And we have an amazing community. And not everybody is in right now. So, you know, you'll see them, most of them comment on the video once it's uploaded or on my fluid motion videos. So, yeah, I encourage you to take a look and get in touch with each other. Because it really is something that is good. It's good to do. Mario says I need to start exercising again. I was doing so good, but had a baby and started to slack. Mary, I understand that. Not that I've had a baby, but I've worked with many people that have had babies. I've been around babies a lot, and there are many things that can cause us to slack off. And it's not easy to get back into it. It's not easy to get back into the game. And this is another reason why I started this, is not just for my benefit, it's for other people's benefit too. For those that are in need of that little extra camaraderie in doing something. That they're, you know, quite buffering. I'm buffering. I don't like it when I buffer. You know, they need that bit of camaraderie to get moving, or to feel like they have somebody doing it with them. Mary says, I have made such good friends. Thank you ever so much. That really warms me. Somebody else left me a message that I haven't answered yet, and really brought me to tears. But in a good way. It's in a good way. It was such a sweet message. I'm going to put data on here because, excuse my fingers, I don't mean to be rude. I'm going to put us all on data because it is off and we're going to just run on pure data. Yes! Well, hopefully the connection will stay stable. Clear up now. There you go. That's a little bit clearer, isn't it? Carrie says, morning, good sir. Carrie says, Mary, good morning, sweetie. I agree. Met some great friends here. Oh, thank you. I am so pleased. Billy Joe, good morning and welcome. Yes, I know you are new here. Everybody, please welcome Billy Joe. You know, make them feel welcome. Billy Joe and My Life Part 3. Good morning, honey. You are welcome. Everybody welcome My Life Part 3. We have got such beautiful souls. And the people that you see in here, it's just a portion of the community that we're building here. And everybody is absolutely wonderful. Half-Acre Dreams, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you again. How are you? So, Jeanette says, I've just been making Pixie coffee. He will be he will be frozen, honey. Yep, he will. Yes, Dempsey King has put hashtag United We Stand All. That is so true. That is so true. I'm feeling okay, a little rough this morning. My voice is like deciding whether it's gonna, settle down or squeak off again. It keeps squeaking on me. But I was having a bit of a rough night with my spine, but that's okay. I'm having a bit of a I don't know how to put it, but it just seems that every time I come across a doctor, they misunderstand my message, they misunderstand my needs, and oh, Rebecca, honey, I don't. Gaz words, it just agree 100%. Okay, what did Gaz say? I missed that. I must have done. You're all amazing. You really are. You're all amazing. You're all beautiful souls, and I am so lucky to have you all, on my team, and by my side through all this. I know some of you are new, and you're just starting this journey. But it's a journey that we can all take together, because we're all facing some kind of adversity in our life. That's just life. That's just life. There's always going to be that adversity. So it's good to have a team of such beautiful people and such beautiful souls. So Cassie says, oh, I feel that way every time I see a doc too. Really feeling let down by the medical fraternity right now. Yes, so am I. You should have heard me on the phone yesterday leaving a message. I sounded like an hysterical woman. Please don't drop me. I really need... I don't want to go back to the other place. Oh, please give me a call. Talk to my pulmonologist. He'll explain. All it takes is for one doctor in the mix to get the message wrong, and for some reason all the other doctors listen to that one doctor, and it's like, don't do that. It's frustrating, it really is. So Chris says global warming is caused by the reflection off of Free Music's head. Good morning, Free Music. It's so good to see you. And welcome. Oh, thank you, Jeanette. Thank you, honey. And Cassie says, if only they all would hold meetings together about us. Exactly. Multiple disciplinary. I've always had a trouble with that word. Multiple disciplinary. Or don't think about it, June. Okay. Then they wouldn't keep battling against each other. Exactly, Cassie. They all say, oh yes, I'll get in touch with you. Free Music says, hi June, ignore Grace, he's senile. Yes. Yeah. we pat him on the head, and we let him sit there, and yeah, poor Grace. You know we love you, Grace. You know you love you, Grace. Grace says between free music's head and my gas, global warming is dooming this planet. Oh my goodness. Well, they do say that methane gas is causing a problem. Gas says I was going to write you a poem, Denny, but I could not find the words to do you true justice. Oh, that is so sweet, Gas. Howie! Good morning, honey. Food, forest, permaculture. How are you? It is so good to see you. We've been busy saying good morning for I don't know how long now, and we haven't even done any stretching, and it's 7:45, so that's okay, because I guess that's still about halfway. Because that seems to be about when I start, so if anybody wants to watch this back and they want to miss all the yabba jabber, Fast and Fearless says, I am the same when I go to the hospital. I always want to bring home a nurse, but I never have any luck. And Carrie says, June, please keep strong. We'll keep you in my prayers, sweetie. Thank you ever so much, honey. I am stubborn enough that yeah. It takes a lot to keep me down. It really does. My legs were swollen yesterday, but the sun was shining. It was beautiful out. The birds were singing, and I wanted to go for a walk in the garden. So I had. All right, Dempsey King. Dempsey King says, June, I just gotta go, babe. Much love and comfort to you. I'll see you soon. We shall see you soon, Dempsey King, honey. You have a wonderful day. And I hope that you don't get the snowstorm that everybody else seems to be getting over there, honey. And if you do, stay warm and stay safe. And I just forgot what I was saying. It went right over my head. It went that way. Oh, gosh. Oh, yes, I was saying how stubborn I am. And, hubby's like, well, shouldn't you have your legs up? And I was like, but I've had my legs up all morning. It's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I want to go out for a walk. Please. So finally he took me out for a walk in the garden. He couldn't stand my whining. I'd already got myself all ready. I got dressed, got my shoes on. Well, actually my sneakers on, which are now actually caked in mud. my sneakers are like weigh 10 times more than they did when I first put them on. Because we have clay dirt here, and oh man, when that is wet, it sticks. Not only does it stick, it creeps up the side of your sneakers and engulfs your sneakers or whatever it is that you're wearing. You can't go out. You can't go out there in bare feet because it's really weird when it squidges through your toes. Oh dear me. Ty says sometimes we have to whine to get what we want. That is so true. And you know, it really annoys me, but hey, we gotta do what we got to do. But it was beautiful out. It was a wonderful day. So I did take some video, and I was going to upload it last night, but I got busy. I was doing other things. Yes, my life, that is so true. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. In some cases, yeah, that's true. I'm hoping that I'll hear back from the new pain clinic today, and that I'll be able to talk to them and get them to understand exactly what it is that I need. So they're like, well, we don't deal with medication, we only deal with injections. Well, that's what I need. Because I have to, I've only got a small amount now of the medication I have to come off in order for any transplant hospital to speak to me right now. And the pain clinic that I was with has done nothing but mess around for a year. So I don't want to be messing around too much longer, let's put it that way. Yes, that is so true, my life. She says sometimes they are so busy talking, they don't listen. Yes, that is true. Food forest permaculture. Howie said, I can't stay long, June. The guys are here, soon dropping some trees. Oh, wow. So it's so good to see you too, for Howie. It really is. You have a wonderful day, honey, and be safe while you're dropping those trees. Well, the proper word is felling. While you're felling, I told my husband, I said, did you ever fell a tree? And he looked at me and he goes, what? I said, well, did you ever fell a tree? And he said, what do you mean fell a tree? He says, I'm cutting a tree down. Of course it's going to fall. And I said, well, actually, the proper term for cutting a tree is felling. You fell a tree. He started laughing at me. He thought I was nuts. So I made him look it up. He hasn't learnt yet. The only time I argue back about something is when I know I'm damn right. Because I don't want to look a fool. If I'm not sure about something, I won't argue about it. Because I don't want to look a fool. 802 Fitz, good morning, honey. It is so good to see you. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for dropping the love. I encourage anybody in here, you know, we're building a wonderful community, and you know, I encourage you all to get in touch with each other and support each other throughout the day, throughout the week, because you never know what each other's got to offer, and that is part of being, you know, part of being in the community is being there for each other, even if it's just to say hi. So, okay, yes, I knew you'd be going soon, Ty. Hazy Days, good morning, honey. It's good to see you. Ty says, I have to go. I've got to talk to my best friend who is going through a divorce. Aww, give your friend our love and tell your friend that we will be keeping them in our thoughts and prayers and hope for the best. She says, I want to beat her husband's ass. He was cheating. Oh, that's the worst. I get it. I know. I get it. I've been there, done that, Ty. I've been through that myself, so I do understand, honey. Give your friend our love, babe. Ah, thank you, Ty. Tell your friend she's not alone. We're all standing right by her. Even the men in the room are standing right by her. Everybody, please welcome Hazy Days to our wonderful community. Another nice people. Another beautiful soul. We can never have too many of those in our community. It is good. Grizz says, as long as the tree hits the ground and I ain't under it, I don't care what it's called. Yeah. Yeah, well, you haven't seen my husband trying to cut down a tree. Oh, I can't watch. I can't watch because it gets me all nervous. Gets me all absolutely nervous and on edge, and I want to go running and taking that chainsaw out of his hands. I mean, he doesn't even know how to handle the chainsaw. He doesn't know how to sharpen the blades. He doesn't know how to grease it. He doesn't know how to keep the blade straight. I mean, it's just, oh man. Okay, Hazy Day says, can I ask a favor, guys? You can ask. And hopefully somebody can help. Cassie says, I've started to struggle with joint stiffness, so exercising is getting harder again. Cassie, one of the biggest things is getting over that. When we have joint stiffness, we tend to baby those joints. And I know you have rheumatoid arthritis, and it's a little different with rheumatoid arthritis because of the extra growth that goes on there and the deformity, but you have to keep it moving, Cassie. You have to keep it moving. Don't just rub them, honey. Move them. Even if it's like, you know, twiddling it round in a circle one way, twiddle it round in a circle the other way. Oh, Hazy Days. We don't use that word. We don't use that word. Oh, somebody's being naughty. Yep, I encourage you all to get in touch with each other. That's okay, Hazy Days, honey. That's okay. That's okay. I encourage you all to get into touch with each other throughout the day and throughout the week. Support each other, because that's what building a community is all about. Follow each other. Encourage each other, you know, to, you know, in each other's journey. Dustin! Good morning, honey, and welcome. It is so good to see you. Everybody, please welcome Dustin to our community. Okay, that's good, Cassie. I'm glad you've got to. I know it's tough. I know it's hard, but you really have to. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Carrie, honey. Exactly, Grace, exactly. You got it, babe, you got it. And we have to be careful. Your girlfriend woke you up this morning, Dustin? I hope it's not too early. Dexter, good morning and welcome. Everybody, please welcome Dexter. You are so welcome, Hazy Days. You are so welcome. And you can say so yourself. Apparently that's not supposed to be allowed neither. I'm checking up on all this stuff, Hazy Days, so that we can, you know, I have a relaxed chat, as long as, you know, it doesn't get personal, mean and nasty. And I don't want people to feel paranoid in what they can and they cannot say. So for now, until we know exactly, until I've done my research fully, we're going to be cautious. Let's put it that way. So, but yeah. But I haven't, this week as yet, I have not, what is the word? Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And they don't like I can self-promote and I can promote another channel. I can put an iCard up here in the corner because there are iCards for doing that. So, hazy days. Oh my goodness, Cassie says, gosh, I opened the front door for my shopping delivery and the blizzard came in through the door. The UK is getting slammed right now with snow, with a snowstorm. It's unbelievable. Yes, Dexter, we are live right now. We are running live, but we're not really running. It's too early to be running. Yes, oh yes. Yeah, Free Music says there is an end screen for promoting other channels, so it's not wrong to promote other channels. Exactly. It's the way it's done. It's the way it's done. You have to do it tastefully. You know, there's so much. Yes, Cassie. There is so much controversy right now as to what is allowed, what is not allowed, what's allowed to be spoken. Yes, exactly. Free Music. The problem is mass promotion. I mean, you have 5 iCards that you can pop up in the corner, the left-hand corner here, and you can't fill all 5 iCards with other channels that you're promoting. And it's the same thing with end cards at the end of the video, which I have yet to learn how to use. You can you know, put 1 or 2, but you just can't use them all for promoting other channels. I mean, you can promote other channels. It is just the way that it's done. You have to do it right. Because YouTube wants it to be, I mean, I know a lot of people are upset with YouTube, but they are trying to make it a fair playing field for us all. Exactly, Grace. Grace says YouTube was not meant to be a forum like Facebook to see how many followers you can get all in one go. Exactly. Carrie says yes. June, yes. And show the same love and respect back. Exactly. Actually, Cassie, I hit it last night and +2 over. The problem with this is, you see, this is what YouTube is trying to prevent, and that is people that are exactly. Free Music said people are gaining the system and getting to monetization with very little content, or content that's not really content. And that's what's causing the problem. Yes, it is. Welcome back, Cauldron. Did you get your coffee, honey? Kate, good morning, honey, and welcome to our community. Everybody, please welcome Kate to the community. We haven't done any stretching yet. We've been busy gabbing. Sorry. We're stretching the jaw and the chin muscles today and the facial muscles by gabbing. That's what we're doing. Dustin says, hey guys, I want you all to love and support my channel. Yep. I do, because we're building because we're building a community here, we are building a good community. I mean, everybody that I have that comes in and joins in, Cauldron says, oh no, I need a coffee though. Get your coffee, honey, get your coffee. You know, everybody that comes in to the community, they are absolutely beautiful souls. Every single one of you, you know, shine bright. You're just absolutely gorgeous. And everyone that's here is just a fraction of the people that come in regularly. I started a little bit late, so I know they're supporting somebody else right now, and that is fine by me. It's important to build community, so that way you can, you know, support each other, get in touch with each other throughout the day or throughout the week or even throughout the month. I mean, if you can only manage to stop in and say hi to somebody once a month or twice a month, you know, do it. Let them know that you're still there. Let them know that you care. The problem has been people are asking for sub type thing, and I don't subscribe to people like that, because what happens is what's happened to me several times now. I have been there, and then a couple of days later I'm way behind again, because those sub types have decided that, oh, she subbed me, so I'm gonna drop, and that's not really nice. That's not really good to do. Who are you talking to, Dexter? Dexter, I hope you do understand that COPD is not only caused by smoking. And COPD is actually an umbrella term for a few lung conditions that are also not caused by smoking. Oh, yes, Cassie. Yes, I agree with you right there. Free music really does have some good content, does have some good music. You already asked that, and I'm asking you, Dexter. You're asking me? You think I smoke? What makes you think I smoke? And what makes you think that smoking caused my lung problems? I have an about page, and on that page it explains, so you can go read that. But I can tell you now, I explain to you now. I had a ceramic studio, and within 6 months of opening up the studio, I went into adult respiratory distress. I was in the hospital for nearly 2 weeks with breathing treatments and oxygen. My oxygen level was down into the low 80s. And I came home on oxygen and with nebulizer treatments with the intention. I was told I had uncontrolled asthma at the time. And I was told that I would be weaned off exactly, Cassie. Well, if you have COPD, then you really shouldn't. I hope you're not smoking, Dexter, because you really shouldn't. Good morning, old mucker honey. I love you. So good to see you. But anyway, to continue with my story, I was home for about a week, and all I could think about was that my ceramic studio was sitting there costing money and not creating money. So I took my oxygen concentrator with me to the studio, And although I wore a mask, it didn't occur to me that the clay dust was fine enough to actually go through the filters on the oxygen concentrator, and I basically pumped the dust to my lungs, and I caused massive damage to my lungs. So my lung problem is caused by ceramic and porcelain dust and fumes from the kiln, firing the kilns. So that's what caused my lung problem. That's what's caused me to be where I am today. And I continued to work like that for 2 years, 19 to 20 hours a day, 7 days a week. And yes, I did. My husband would back me up if he was up, but he's not, he's asleep. Yeah. 2 times you have had asthma. Last time you had COPD. Something don't sound right there, Dexter. You don't only have asthma 2 times. Asthma is an ongoing condition. Huh? Exactly, Carrie. Exactly. You understand. I think a lot of people understand too. A lot of people understand that. Dustin. Do you mean lack of calcium? Because I don't know about the lack of calcium bit, because I've got spurs growing in my spine, which are calcium deposits. Like a vitamin D, that is something that they've been playing around with. It's possible, but they're not. I mean, it's not 100% right now. That is just something that they're playing around with. Yes, I am short in vitamin D, but that's only because when will you require oxygen, Dexter? You may never require oxygen. You may never require oxygen, honey. You can't compare what I'm going through with what you're going through, or with what Cassie is going through, or with what anybody else is going through, because this condition is different. It's the same with any illness. This condition is different for each person. Everyone is different. It behaves differently with everyone. And it depends on what, do you have, is it bronchitis? Is it asthma and bronchitis? Is it bronchitis and emphysema? Is it asthma and emphysema? Because if you have bronchitis and asthma, if you have chronic bronchitis and asthma, that falls under the umbrella of COPD. COPD is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And the key word there is obstructive. Now, asthma is a restrictive, but when it's chronic and not poorly controlled, then it turns into an obstructive breathing problem. Well, the electronic cigarettes have actually not been, yeah. Yes, exactly, Dustin. That can happen. Dustin went into cardiac arrest when he had an asthma attack. a couple of times actually. So, you know, Dustin, Dexter, you left me a message. I'm sorry, but yeah, you left me a message, a private message. I'm gonna give you later today. I'll leave you. I'll give you some links to go to, and there you'll be able to learn a lot more um, about COPD and things. Now, the one thing I will tell you is that people in the lung community are kind of scared about the electronic cigarettes, and I know I'm gonna have people screaming at me for this, but there actually is a doctor, an Italian doctor, who has done, I think it's like 6 years study on people that use them on a regular basis. All right, Jacqueline, you have a wonderful day, honey, and thank you ever so much for stopping by. There is I think it was an Italian doctor who has actually done a study. He followed, I can't remember how many people, but I have the link. I have the link, and I'll give you the link to the video. He did a study, and he followed people who did not have lung problems and also had lung problems, and who were using the electronic cigarettes, and they had no changes whatsoever the whole time, for the worst, the whole time they were actually using an electronic cigarette or a vape thing. So well, Dexter, you don't really need to worry about that. If you're doing, as well as you are doing, as you tell me that you are doing, yes, Cassie said I used the vape to quit smoking. It worked amazingly, and I quit that within months. Exactly. Oh, Mucka says, be right back, I'm going for a cig. All right, Mucka. And weren't you talking about quitting smoking the other day? Ha, just saying. No pressure, old Mucka, no pressure. But you gotta quit. But yeah, you really can't compare what one person is going through. And Cauldron says, my lungs can't handle a lot of winter weather and dust. Me neither, honey. She says, but my dealings with stuff can't compare to what you went and are going through. No, Cauldron, I mean, I can't compare, myself with what you are going through. And this is one thing that I tell people all the time. Oh, Mugga says I used a stick to quit every time I lit one. My wife would hit me with it. You're dumb. You're daft bugger. Yep, Dustin takes a breathing treatment every day. I have breathing treatments now. I'm actually down to breathing treatments twice a day. I'm 2 treatments twice a day. So what am I drinking? I'm drinking black tea, Dexter. But and none of us can really compare each other to each other. Because suffering is suffering, and there's no, and I will not stand for you are worse than me, or I'm worse than you, or what you are going through is nothing compared to X, Y, and Z. I will not stand for that, because Suffering is suffering. It doesn't matter what level or how much suffering the person is going through. They are still suffering, and it cannot be minimized. It can't. It's just not the right thing to do. Carrie says, June, sweetie, I have to go. It was a pleasure chatting with you and everyone. It was a wonderful chatting with you too, Carrie. I hope you can make it back. You have a beautiful day, honey. Exactly, Cassie and both Kate agree with me on that. It's and I don't care what kind of suffering that anybody has, be it emotional or physical. It's just not the right thing to do to compare or to minimize another person's suffering. I just that's one thing I can't stand it when people say that. And I know I'm probably going to upset some people saying this, but I also have this. I mean, this is close to my heart. You know, when people say, well, at least it's not cancer. Okay, majority of cancer there's treatment for, and it can be cured. They have hope in being cured. Hope having the right treatment and it going into remission and staying in remission. There are diseases and illnesses out there that are classed as invisible, that have no hope, that have no cure. Some of them have no treatment. I have pulmonary hypertension, and I'm lucky because I'm an adult with pulmonary hypertension. There is treatment for me. Children that have pulmonary hypertension, there is no treatment for them. None whatsoever. And for them, the average lifespan after being diagnosed is around 2.5 years. The only thing that they can hope is that maybe they'll get put on a double lung transplant or a heart lung transplant. That's it. That's all. That's the only, and that's a very fine line. So yes, Kate says I have bowel disease, and bowel disease, that's another one of those invisible diseases that the majority of bowel diseases there's no cure for. Treatment is minimal. So Cassie said, people always say that they feel bad to complain about their issues when I'm going through so much and more. But I care about their issues just as much. Exactly, Cassie. We can't be selfish in our suffering. We really can't. Yes, Grizz, bowel problems are miserable. They really are. I know myself. I deal with them. Marie, good morning, honey. You woke up late too, so did I. I woke up going, I'm late. Grace says my suffering is worse because I said so. There you go, Grace. And Dustin says, Dustin wants me to go and slap him to wake up. Get yourself a cup of coffee, Dustin, honey. Get a coffee. That's wonderful. Cassie says I have over 350 followers on my page for rare lung disease, and all the stories I've heard, not one of them are the same. Nope. That everybody's story is different. And this is one thing that annoys me about doctors, is that they have these books that list all the symptoms, and they try and lump you in, and it's like, just because I don't have all those symptoms, or my symptoms are not exactly how that book says, doesn't mean to say that that's not what the problem is. You know, a wise doctor once said, if it sounds like a horse, it smells like a horse, looks like a horse, it most likely is a horse. So in other words, he's saying that you can't go by the book. You can't just go by the book of symptoms. It's everything changes. Kate said she has bowel disease and it is chronic. And it affects other parts of her health too. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Kate. Honey, my heart goes out to you, sweetie. I have a few issues myself. And to be honest with you, I'm just praying that that does not affect, interfere with me possibly getting a double lung transplant. Because I consider my problems mild or minor compared to the other things I'm dealing with. Oh, Grace. Oh, God. You're naughty. You really are. If if they decide that they're going to put the chat up, upload the chat when they upload, when they upload the videos eventually, the live streams, I can see I'm going to be having to sit there for an hour going through all the comments and deleting. There's going to be very little comments left on mine. Everybody's been pretty good this morning, except for Grizz. I mean, even old Mucker has been pretty tame this morning. Oh gosh, I have 99 new notifications and 3 new friends and 2 new likes on Facebook. Okay, that was my notification. Yeah, I hope so too, Dustin. I hope so too. There are people out there with cystic fibrosis, and cystic fibrosis, it's absolutely a blessing that they're now living, into their 20s, 30s, and actually having children, because they're able to have, transplants, or they're adopting children. So they're able to have a family. There was a time where with cystic fibrosis, they didn't reach their teenage years. So it's amazing. Free Music says, doctors don't... You... Joy Wheeler, good morning, honey. And welcome. Oh, Joy says she doesn't get up to us. Well, that's okay, honey. That's all right, Joy. Welcome, sweetie. I'm glad you could make it today. Everybody, please give Joy some love. Go give her some support. Milady, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you, sweetie. And Free Music says, doctors don't listen anymore, except just enough to find a reason to give you some medication. That is so true. That is so true. They don't. They're too busy. They're too busy. They used to, I don't know if you remember, but when we were little, I remember our doctor either making notes, jotting notes down, or they would actually talk into a microphone and record their notes. Now they sit with a laptop and they're that busy typing as you're talking that they miss half of what you say because they're busy typing while you're talking. And I've often sat there and I'm watching them type, and I sit there and I stop talking and I wait, and then they stop after a minute and they go, oh, go on, carry on. Well, what bit didn't you get that I was saying? Oh, dear. Yeah, I think we all need to get together. What are my plans to do? What do you mean, Dexter? My plans are to live life. Loud and proud. Oh, thank you, Joy. Thank you, you're so sweet. Yeah, Cassie, woohoo! My hubby's gonna be down. He has his man cave at the other end of the house on the lower floor. Because he, sleeps longer than I do. Plus, I have to have a hospital bed. So, and two of us won't fit in the hospital bed. But there's no point in him being awake if I'm having a rough night, and I'm having a rough night, but I don't need him. There's no point in him having a rough night and a sleepless night too. So, we now have our own rooms. So romantic. Not. Exactly, Cauldron, exactly. Cauldron's saying the same thing, While you're talking to them, they continue on with their tap 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 on their laptops. I mean, every hospital has them. Every hospital room has a laptop now. I mean, it's actually not a laptop. It's kind of like a laptop. It's a laptop with a screen. Every room in the hospital has them now. The first thing that the nurse has to do when they walk into your room is sign in on... Denise, did I just see you? Pappy, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. Welcome. I'm glad you made it back. Did I see Denise? I thought I saw Denise. I'm sorry, Denise. I'm a bit slow this morning. We haven't even done our stretching today at our halfway point. We've gone way past that. Denise. I'm sure I saw you come in. Oh, Denise, where are you? Ginny! I've been waiting and hoping that you were going to come in, honey. Because I have to say, I haven't responded to your comment yet. Because and I was going to try not to do this, but you really touched my heart. And I want to say thank you so much. And it's so sweet of you. And if it wasn't for you and for everybody else here, I wouldn't be here. You all, every single one of you, all play a pivotal role in me continuing, me being able to do what I do, giving me the strength and the encouragement that I need in order to keep going. Thank you, Ginny. Thank you. Everybody, go over to Ginny. She left you could go check the comments on my video. Which one was it? Now I have to go find it. Fluid motion. February 26th. If you would go and if you would go and read Ginny's comment on my fluid in motion video on the 26th, and give Ginny some support. She has an amazing story to tell, and she deserves, just as you all and each one of you do, you all deserve the love and the support that you all show me. Free Music says, free gloves and masks include for the squeezing. That is so true. We haven't squeezed our fireman. I see you. Oh, the pain indeed. The pain indeed. We haven't even done it yet, fireman. So aren't you lucky you just come in at the right time? But please, go and read Ginny's comment that she left. It's and read her story. Read her story, and show her, show her support. Give her support. Give her encouragement. And encourage each other and build each other up, because that's what we need more in this world. There's not enough done of it. What do you mean you'll be back when I'm done, fireman? Nope, you're staying. You thought you were sneaking in there in the end, didn't you? Muckery's hiding in the corner. He's actually busy working right now. And Grizz says it hurts just thinking about it, Junior. Well, we're going to be doing some stretching in a minute, folks. And we're actually just working on our upper torso, because we didn't really do it, because I know none of you did any stretching last week. Oh, thank you so much, Joy. Joy says this is a wonderful channel and delight to wake up to. Thank you. Fireman says, I stretch. Yeah, you stretch when you picked up your coffee, right? Free music. And Jenny says, I haven't figured that out yet. I made it so that I can join in on the chats. Well, that's wonderful, Ginny. Ginny, if you would like to start doing videos, let somebody know. I mean, Fireman could probably help you. Yeah, Ginny says, I go back and watch the old ones and stretch to those. Good. I'm so happy. I'm so pleased you do that, Ginny. Yeah, yes. Fireman says, Fireman who? Ginny is new to YouTube, and she has an amazing story to tell, and I really think that she should. Well, I would love for Ginny to be able to tell her story, even if she doesn't want to be on camera, because I know there are several people out there that have a YouTube channel and all they do is they talk. They're not on camera. They have something else on camera. Maybe, some flowers, or maybe their cat, or maybe their dog, or whatever. But I think Ginny, just like a lot of other people, but I think Ginny has an amazing story to tell that would help, help others, and it will help lift others up. It will help give others hope. And I think that is what is very important. Grace says, I'm doing his stretches now. I'm stretching for the beer cooler. I should have put it closer. You're bad. You're bad. Fireman says, I will help anyone, even someone like Grizz. We'll help you, Ginny. We'll help you, honey. Okay, my tea's gone cold. I've gabbed that much this morning. Cauldron says I'm old. I think we're all feeling old this morning. And Free Music said, yeah, Grizz definitely needs help. Yeah, Cassie says she needs a warm cuppa as well. Yeah, this has got cold. Okay. Now, let me remind myself, what did I call this chat, this live stream? Did I say we'll do stretching, or did I say we maybe might do stretching? Bad. You've all had me gabbing away this morning. I can't find it. I can't find it. Okay, Ginny says, I've been on for a year or so, just lurking. I could tell many stories from when I was young, and most of them are hilarious. Yep. See, I knew it. I knew you got some stories to tell, Ginny. I just knew it, girl. I think it would be wonderful. I think it would be something. I mean, I really do. I honestly do. I think it would be great. Anyway, let us know, Ginny, if that's something that you would like to do, and we will all rally round and help you get it all together. So that it will be easy for you to, we'll get the easy steps for you. So, okay, so okay, that's it. I've done my stretching. Oh my gosh. Oh dear me. Well, you let us know, Ginny, when you're ready. You let us know, honey. Grizz. Oh, it hurts. Now, come on. Exactly, Cassie. Everyone has something going on in life that is of interest to those with similar stories. exactly. And even those people even people without that don't have similar stories. Oh, the pain, the pain. Fireman! Oh, dear me. Okay. We're gonna do a couple. I'm gonna be. Never mind, it burns. I'm always tired, Dexter. I'm always tired, honey. There's something that I battle with on a constant basis. I'm actually trying to. I'm looking into foods that help promote energy, to help give energy. And Ginny says they say laughter is the best medicine, and you sure get that here. That is so true. That is so true, Ginny. You just never know who's going to stop in and who's going to say what. And I don't know if you heard this, fireman, but there is a rumor. Somebody mentioned it last night, that they are going to, when they upload the video, the live stream video, they're also going to upload the chat along with the live video when they do the upload at the end of the stream. When I heard that, I'm like, oh no, I'm going to be sat there for an hour afterwards deleting comments. Because I get so many naughty comments in here that I can't read out loud. I'm going to be sitting there going, oh, no, that's a strike. Nope, that's a strike. Nope, that's a strike. Nope, that's a strike. Now, as I said, it's just a, see, Grace? Oh, Lordy. Oh, fireman, see, Oh, you boys, the boys are warming up now. Oh. Grace says I will work on squeezing my glutes, but I ain't stretching my glutes. Yeah, I'm kind of the same, Cauldron. With some things I prefer it to stay the same and not change at all. What's wrong with my lungs, Dexter? I'm under the umbrella of COPD. I have asthma. I have adult onset asthma. I have chronic bronchitis since childhood. So I guess you could say, actually, that because I've had chronic bronchitis since childhood, that I've actually had COPD since childhood. They're constantly changing the criteria of what COPD really means. And I have emphysema that was caused by, is a type of emphysema that was caused by silica in clay dust, clay and porcelain dust, and damage that was caused by fumes from firing the kilns. And I've had many bouts of pneumonia, which has also caused a problem, and I have a scarring and thickening, which is possible fibrosis in my lungs too. So I have been in several industries that are not lung friendly. I was in hairdressing for a good few years when I was younger, and I'm not even 5 foot, so whenever they sprayed hairspray, I was at the same level as the head where the hairspray, so I was breathing all that stuff in. Any treatments that were sprayed, I was breathing that in. I was in the cleaning industry. I can't tell you how many times I was cleaning an oven. I sprayed that caustic stuff in an oven and then happened to breathe in at the same time and came out with my lungs burning. I'm camping a lot, always around smoke, burning wood. I used to do wood burning pyrography as a hobby, which is actually burning wood. And you're in close proximity with it. So there's a jewelry making. I was in jewelry making. There was a lot of stuff in that was not lung friendly. So what actually did my lungs in was what broke the camel's back, the straw on the camel's back, was the clay and porcelain dust and the fumes from firing the kilns in my studio. And that's what did it. Cauldron says he's had pneumonia before. Yep. Unfortunately, when you have lung problems, you end up with pneumonia very easily. When I was looking after children, when I was a special needs nanny, anytime I have, on top of all this, I have lupus. And when you have lupus, your immune system is in overdrive. Cap 7, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. Big hugs. Good morning, Cap 7. Cap 7 is another one of those that likes to, support people and bring their spirits up and raise them up. So, go and give him some love and support. Yes, Dustin. I do. And Ginny says, my dad got his from the Navy. He was a mechanic on the ships, yep, and the pipes were wrapped in asbestos. Yep. There is so much out there that we don't realise that, we take breathing, we take, breathing is something that we tend to take for granted until we can't breathe. I once had some some root nerve blocks done in my spine. And it's in the thoracic spine, so it's around the lung area. And you have to be awake while they do that, so they can tell them whether they, you still feel the pain, you don't feel the pain, you got the numbness is gone or whatever. And but you're sedated. You're given happy juice. And I was listening to them chatting, and for some reason I found whatever it was they were saying funny. And I took a deep breath in and I started laughing at the wrong time. The needle was quite close to my lung and actually did nick my lung. And so I ended up with a collapsed lung. And I realized it wasn't until later that day when my lung, finally deflated, that I realized just how much you use your lungs and while you're talking. It was like never occurred to me. Never occurred to me because it's just something that you take. It's just something you naturally do. Just something you take for granted. And when I went to try and say something, of course I tried to take a deep breath in, and oh my Lord! Woo! Can't tell you what my language was, but it was definitely blue and purple. So yeah, breathing is something that we take for granted, that we don't think about until you can't breathe. Old Mucker says, old Mucker worked with asbestos when he was young in the government, and the government knew it was bad and never told anyone. Exactly. Yep, Dustin, fluid can build up on the lungs. Yeah, I'm in Kansas, Ginny. I'm in Kansas, USA. It's snowing in London too, Emma? Oh my gosh. It sounds like the whole of the UK is like blanketed in this snowstorm right now. Exactly, Dustin. Exactly. Trees taking the carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. A few free music says, I remember poking holes in asbestos walls and ceilings when I first started work in the early 80s. Yep. Oh, Grizz. Oh, my dear. Whew. Oh, thank you so much, Grizz. Actually, Cab 7, last night I was actually 2 over the 1K. So obviously some people, I'm actually going to check and see what's going on there, because I'm not going to do the, well, I'm not going to say anything right now, but yes, that's true. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Free music. Free music says it crawled through many laughs with fiberglass too. I messed around with fiberglass as well. Helping people put the stuff in their lofts. Now I am really excited that we have rock wool up in our loft, and the reason why I'm excited about that is because they use rock wool as a growing medium for plants in a substitute for soil. So, in my experiment of trying to have a garden, vegetables growing, maybe not a whole garden of vegetables, but at least some things growing in the house, I'm going to go up into the attic and I'm going to get myself a few bags of rock wool. It's free. It's free. So, do I go out, Dex? Yeah, for sure. Heck, I do go out. Obviously during the winter, the colder months, and when it rains, I have to be very careful. The rain does affect my breathing. It's very hard for me to breathe with the rain. I think it's because it drops the temperature fast. Going out in the cold, you can use, masks and scarves to cover your mouth and nose so that you're rebreathing warm air. But with me, because I use oxygen, it doesn't quite work because the oxygen in the tank gets cold, and then you have this line, and if it's cold out, this line actually stiffens up, and this gets cold. So any oxygen that's coming through is actually, is ice cold. So it's ice cold into my lungs when I'm breathing it. So I don't go out so much during winter. During the summer here, it can be a little bit stifling, so I have to be careful and choose the times that I go out. But, heck yeah, I'll go out. Ain't no stopping me. In fact, I was out walking around the garden yesterday. Now, I do wear a mask, I do wear a medical mask now every time I go out, because it's just not worth me risking getting sick. It's just not worth it. YouTube is having a lot of glitches this morning. June room count keeps disappearing and reappearing. A thumbs up is bouncing up and down from 14 to 25 and back and forth. Oh gosh. I think that's just typical. That's just typical. That is just typical. So, Free Music says he lost 5 subs last night. Yeah, it probably is. It probably is. Probably is. Yeah, Ginny, I have tanks that I use when I go out and about. And I also have oxygen concentrator. We did try to get a portable oxygen concentrator, but a lot of medical supply companies don't supply them anymore now, because people don't look after them, and they tend to break down quite easily, and they just don't want the price of Oh, Joy, thank you ever so much, honey. You have a wonderful afternoon too, honey. You have a wonderful day. And you take care, sweetie. Do I sleep well? Sometimes, Dex. I sleep better now that I have, a hospital bed, so that it can be positioned, where I need it to be. I also have what's known as a trilogy to breathe with, that help me breathe during the night, because I've always had shallow breathing when I sleep, but now at this point it's a dangerous thing to have. So, and I also have to take the trilogy out with me in case my lungs get tired while I'm out. So rather than, us having to pile back into the car and come back home, I just slap the mask on for the trilogy and I keep going. And what is the trilogy, you're going to ask? I know. Oh, it's a machine. I'll show you it. Oh, I'm sorry. I've just gone numb bum. Oh. Oh. Oh, stuck. So, this is a trilogy, and this is my Darth Vader mask. Anyway, so that's what I use. I know a lot of people think it's a BiPAP machine, but it's not actually a BiPAP machine. It's actually a portable ventilator that can be used non-invasively as well as invasively, but it has BiPAP and CPAP capabilities to it. So, and that helps me to keep breathing. If I start getting tired, start getting out of breath, and it's nothing that a breathing treatment will help, I use the Trilogy. That's what that is. So, is fireman running off? Who's running off? Do I suffer with depression? Sometimes. But it's only human to suffer with some type of depression when you're dealing with chronic illness. Did I eat breakfast yet? No, not yet. I know you're not on oxygen yet, Cassie, and that really surprises me. I'm actually blown away by that. No wonder my sister said, "Don't come back." Dustin says he's thinking about having waffles for breakfast. Ooh! Now that you mention that, Dustin, we have waffles in the freezer. I'll have to check and see how much salt they have in them, though. Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's get to that tab. I've been yabbering for an hour or more. Actually, probably more than an hour. So I'm going to have to change the title of this. And I'm just going to have to say, blown away by oxygen. Free music, that's funny. That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. We kind of didn't do it this morning, Cab, but I will be uploading. I did do a free a fluid motion 5-minute one this morning, so I will be uploading that when we finish this. So yeah, it's. What do you mean you don't feel oxygen like before, Dexter? Oh, you mean you don't feel your lungs expanding like they used to? Well, exactly, Cassie. They can't just. You see, this is what a lot of people don't understand: is you can't stick a pulse ox, which is one of these things, which tells you what your oxygen level is. Give it a minute. You see, mine's at 99 right now, and my heart rate is at 63. So that's absolutely excellent. But I'm on 3 liters of continuous flow oxygen. I'm sat down, and I'm on medication, a high dose of medication, to reduce my heart rate and bring the pressure down. So, you know, I've had people see my readings and go, "Oh, that's perfect. You don't need oxygen." Duh. You know, look at the whole picture here. Now, there's sometimes I've taken my oxygen off, and I've been without oxygen for an hour or two, and it stayed at 98, 97. It's been fine. But my heart rate has actually crept up. And that's what you've got to, a lot of people don't realise, you've got to look at the two things together because they're a package deal. Your heart is what's pumping the oxygen around your system. So you got to look at the two together. And a lot of people think that once they see a pulse ox and it says 99, that's what it is. It stays at 99. It doesn't stay. It continuously fluctuates. Now, there are people, oh, okay, free music has got to go. And he's going to leave with an awesome quote. Awesomeness equals when I am having a bad day, I stop having a bad day and have an awesome one instead. Exactly, free music. You have a wonderful day, honey, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Please come on back, and I promise tomorrow we will exercise tomorrow. Mrs. Iron Dog, hi, honey. It's so good to see you. Cab 7's done. June, I thought I would be able to get out of the exercise routine. Nope, not today. Just because we don't do it now doesn't mean to say you can't do it later, because I'll still be uploading a free motion video, a fluid motion video. So I'll just go back and change the title of this one to Let's Have a Cuppa and Chat. Okay, see, Cassie is saying that her oxygen is always good while she is on O2. When she's admitted to the hospital, they say that she won't need oxygen at home because her levels are back up. But they're not taking into consideration that her levels are back up because she's on oxygen. This is something that I just don't understand about some doctors and nurses. It's just... Hello? Look. This is why... Okay. I got it. Alright, it's in the right place now. So... Iron Dog is in the doctor's office, fireman. He does have a written note. He does have a written note as to why he's not here. But yes, he can still do the stretches while he's just sitting in the doctor's office. He really can. Oh, Mrs. Iron Dog's computer keeps messing up this morning. That's a shame. Is it doing a hash info? Good morning. Welcome, honey. Why, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're getting there. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. I don't mean to. I'm getting chilly now all of a sudden. Why am I getting chilly? There's warmth coming out of my laptop. Oh, okay, let's get this snuggle over my laptop. Dexter says, June, I have depression. I don't feel good most of the time. I worry about the future. Don't, Dex, don't do that to yourself. Why worry about the future? Live for today. Live each day as you know, you wake up, you've got another day. It's another chance to do something great, and it's to, you know, another chance to have a wonderful day. Don't worry about the future. You can't do that. You know, you have to take care of today. And then deal with what comes tomorrow. Okay. You were worried about I was worried about a woman, and then this morning I was feeling like mad and lost control of my emotions. Not good, Dex, because that will affect your breathing. You can't do that. You gotta find a different way of dealing with it. Just try using sense of humour. Exactly, Fireman. I still expect him to do his stretches. Yeah, Mrs. Iron Dog says that he did do a little. So, see, he's doing well. He's doing well this morning. He's doing better than we are. We've been sat here gabbing. We haven't done it. Well, actually, I did. Nanny. Hash info says, June, thank you so much for your words. It means a lot to me. You are very wise. I will indeed live day by day and not stress over my worries of tomorrow. It is eating away at me and deteriorating my health. Hash, honey, you can't do that. Quincy! I'm sorry, everybody. Quincy and I go back a long way, and oh my gosh, Quincy, honey, I'm going to be giving you a big hug. It's so good to see you, sweetie. I knew one of these days you would pop in and say something again. Oh man, it took my breath away a minute there. I always know that when there's one and nobody's talking, I always know that Quincy is there. I always know that he's there. Quincy has been a rock for me through some really difficult times. Yes. So please, everybody, show Quincy a lot of love. Show each other a lot of love. Support each other. Be there for each other. Help as best as you can. Yes, Quincy, you've been a rock for me. You really have. I mean, all those hours that we talked. I mean, you were there when I was going through a really, really, I honestly didn't think I was going to make it. But you didn't run away. You didn't run away, Quincy. You were the one that really, stuck by me. Oh, honey, thank you. Thank you. Camp 7, you scared the living heck out of me, June, with your happiness and excitement to your friend Quincy. I thought you were having a medical reaction. Yeah. Sorry. I can't. It's Aww. Quincy is actually amazing. He too himself has an amazing story, which maybe one of these days he will tell. And I often hope that he will. I tell you, he should write a book. Actually, Quincy should write a book. Okay, Dex says I have to get up early in the morning and then go to the shop, but I still on bed and I cannot get up and I feel not enough sleep. I can't make it. I'm very sad. Well, Dex, you can change that, honey. You can change it. You really can. Honestly, you can. Little steps. Baby steps. Pardon me. I burped. Sorry. Little steps. You can take little steps. It's not how fast you move, it's the fact that you're still moving. Yeah, Quincy better out than in. You know, it's not how fast you move, it's the fact that you're still moving. Um, you know, take one extra step each day. You know, take one extra step every 2 hours. Take one extra step every 4 hours. You know, just do, because eventually you'll break out of that. Um, you can't set yourself a goal, Dex. Set yourself a goal. I mean, it can be done. It can be done, honey. It really can be done. And don't, you know, try and use humor as much as you can to get through your day. Yeah, me too. Me too, Ginny. Ginny says she putters around all day. She's the putter queen. I mean, we all, you know, even if you get one thing done, and somebody taught me this because I was getting really down on myself and tough on myself because I wasn't getting everything done that I wanted to get done in a day, and it would take me so long to get one thing done, and da 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 da. And somebody said, well, you know, one thing done is a victory because it's the, you know, you've got one thing done. And it was absolutely right. It's absolutely right. But you know, so surround yourself with people that are supportive too. I mean, that's important. That's very important, because there's nothing worse than you know, feeling like nobody cares. I mean, that's, you know, the one of the worst feelings in the world. But yep, exactly, Quincy. Cassie says, I find it frustrating that I can't be the mother that I would like to be, but I have come to terms with that and just do the best I can every day. And some days that's just breathing, and that's okay. And Kate says, has anybody heard of Castleman's disease? So let's do a so folks. I'll be changing the title of this chat to Let's Have a Cuppa and a Chat. And I will be uploading, as soon as this is finished uploading, I will be uploading a fluid motion exercise, which is just 5 minutes. So you still have something that you can inflammatory cells that become active and produce excess amount of inflammatory messages, particularly, which can lead to dysfunction of the organ. This function includes lymph node enlargement, flu-like symptoms, fatigue, night sweats. I'm going to have to look into that. It's very rare and similar to lymphoma. Yes, it's an inflammatory. It says here that Castleman's disease, it's an inflammatory cells that become activated and produce excess amount of inflammatory messengers. which lead to the dysfunction of the organ. And the dysfunction include the lymph node enlargement, flu-like symptoms, fatigue, night sweats, nausea, and more. There's not much they can do about it. It's quite scary, to be honest. They thought that she had it after they removed a lymph gland. Kate. Dex, I understand that, honey. It's a process that you go through. What was your life like before you had COPD? Before you were diagnosed with COPD? I mean, you say you want to feel normal. Define normal. Because to be honest with you, if normal is what I see people as claiming to be normal, I don't want to be normal. I just want to be myself. Ooh, Kate, that sounds painful. Kate had a lymph node that was being strangled by her small bowel. Ooh, that sounds painful. That really does. So, Dex, what was your life like before? Did you have interest in life then? Did you feel normal? Because there's things that we go through in life, whether it's illness or anything else, but there are things that we go through in life that once we have been through those, once we've transitioned through whatever it is, you're never going to be the same again. No matter how big or small that event is, it changes you. Everything that you do in life, everything that you come into contact with life, changes you in some way. You're never the same again. Have you mentioned this to your doctor, Dex? Dex, you need to get yourself out. You need to go for some walks. Go listen to some wildlife. I can't think well neither. Oh, good morning. Hi. Wanna come say good morning? Come on then. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. Up. Come on. You can do it. Okay. She says, no, I don't want to jump this morning. She's coming to say good morning to the people. This is my little girl. Pal's life. Good morning, honey. I'm so good to see you. I'm glad you made it too. We're running behind. We didn't do any exercising this live stream, which is something that I'll be changing the title of this when it uploads. This is my little lifesaver, my little hero dog. Oh. Good morning, sweetie. Did you have a good snuggle with Pappy? Yeah. She says, I don't want to look at myself in that thing. It's, oh, I'm going to hide. Let me hide, Mummy. Kate says she was very active and went to the shops, went out with the kids every day, was able to do the housework with no struggle. And now she is housebound. She needs a stick. Oh, she needs to stick to the loo, and she can't walk around the house without getting out of breath. Oh, Kate, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you, honey. Have they checked you? Have they checked your pulmonary functions? Kate. Yes, pals, they are. I love my little girl. Oh, she's like a little hot water bottle. Ah. Your pulmonary function is how your lungs are functioning. Also, have they done a stress test to see how your heart is functioning? Oh, Ginny. Oof. Ginny says because of the misdiagnosis about my depression, I was put on high dose of lithium. And she lost 10 years of her life when her kids were small. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, honey. That is one thing I've always refused to do, because I saw my mom, how my mom was, because they gave her Valium, and I have always refused. I mean, it's not just that. I mean, they tried me on antidepressants, because when I first started, showing symptoms of lupus, they decided that it was all in my head. And they told me that these antidepressants would miraculously make it all better. And antidepressants and me do not get on well together. I change into a very, very different person, all completely. I mean, I marched up to some guy that cut my ex-mother-in-law off in a parking lot, and I told him off. That's not me. That's not the kind of person, I wouldn't do that. So, anytime I have a doctor try giving me anything, I tell them no. I tell them no, I'll work through it myself. Pie, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. All right, Nana, you ready to go potty? All right. Go on then, go see Pappy. Go. Good girl. Oh my gosh, everybody's coming in. It's Diaz. Good morning, honey. How are you? It's so good to see you. I'm doing good. The more I talk, the more my voice is relaxing out. Thank goodness. Yeah, Pie, that was our sweet baby. My little lifesaver. Yeah. Yep. It's that time of the year, pals. It really is. It's that time of the year, honey. We've gone through winter. We're going through a change. I mean, even those down under, they're coming from which way around are they now? They're in summer, and they're going to be, moving towards winter. No, I'm in central. I'm in Kansas, pals, which is, central, so. But, even whenever there's a change in season, it really does have an effect on the psyche. It really does. A lot of people don't realize that, but it really does. Thank you so much, Pi. Yes, I am doing better. My throat, my voice comes and goes. It's just one of those things. I mean, first thing this morning when I was talking, I was squeaking very well, thank you. But now I can actually talk a bit better. So, yeah, yesterday, not so good. So, but, it's a Diaz says I was misdiagnosed too the first time I went in when my legs first started getting swollen. I went to a hospital and I'm... Yeah, Diaz, it's kind of, my legs are swelling too, and they keep telling me, just put compression socks on, push compression socks on, but I make the mistake of putting my feet up and not going when my legs are really swollen. And, I'll put my feet up for a couple of days, so they go down. When I get to the doctor, then my legs are not that swollen, so they really haven't seen the full extent to how they get swollen. And Diaz says, in 6 months I was back in hospital again and my legs were so swollen I couldn't bend my knees anymore. Yes. Socially obscure, thank you ever so much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Quincy. Oh dear, Quincy says, I know you didn't say it, but I heard butter after better now. Yeah. Mm. 99%, that's pretty good, Dustin, until you have an asthma attack, and then you're in dire straits. I know you are. You have to be, well, you know yourself. Phew, Diaz. Diaz says they found out that his heart wasn't working properly, and it works at 14% now. Yeah, you see, that's just the thing. I have pulmonary hypertension, and these, and with my lungs, these legs swelling like they are doing. It's not just my legs; my hands swell. My face swells. I'm starting to get an impression now where the cannula is, which I don't normally, and that is a sign of fluid retention around the face as well. Oh, sorry, Fireman. I hope you got things sorted out. Yeah, I have to sort out a doctor today too. Junie says she had lousy insurance, plus at the time, yeah. At the time she was young and she didn't know, yeah, and she was scared and confused. It is. It's just, yeah, and Pal agrees with me about the change in seasons. She said he needs the sun. Exactly. The change in seasons really does affect people, and people don't realize that. People don't realize that, but it really does. Okay, Kate. Okay, Katie is on beta blockers. I'm wondering, Kate, if you need to have that checked again, if you're on beta blockers for blood pressure, maybe you need to have it checked again, because you really should not be getting out of breath walking around. my gosh. Diaz? So you've got a bionic, phew. Diaz has a defibrillator to prevent sudden death. Whew, honey. And Pi says her Craig is supposed to take furosemide. I'm sorry, I'm hopeless at saying these. Pronouncing half of these names for swelling. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's a water tablet. Okay, yeah. See, they're trying not to put me on water tablets because of the side effects that can come with water tablets. I can be quite sensitive to side effects. But, alright, pals, you take care, honey. Give those kids a hug from us, please. And a big squeeze from me. You have a wonderful day, sweetie. Finally, Craig got his MRI. Oh, good. Oh, you are so welcome, Kate. It's been wonderful having you, honey. And please, stop back. If you need any help, if you need someone to talk to, you can always message me through my About page on YouTube. There's that little thing, that little icon for conversation in the upper right side. Or you can get in touch with anybody else, in the that's here. They're all beautiful souls. They're all wonderful people, and they're all there for you. Thank you, Kate, sweetie. You have a good day, honey. My voice is going again. Oh. Okay, Ginny, you take care, honey. And you have the best day ever too, sweetie. And thank you ever so much, Ginny. You really touched my heart. I can't say anymore because I'm going to cry if I do. And Dexter, you keep your chin up. You can do it, kid. You can do it. Just you can't worry about tomorrow. You can't think about. You see, this is the wrong mindset that people get into. When they get diagnosed with something, they think it's a death sentence. It's not a death sentence. Don't lie around waiting to die because you're just wasting your life. You can live till a ripe old age. Hell, I'm gonna be, how old am I gonna be? 57 soon. So, and I've got 18% lung function left. So, keep going. Don't lie around thinking about death. Oh, you're so well. Thank you, Ginny. Thank you, honey. Diana, good morning, honey, and welcome. Everybody, please welcome Diana. She's new to our chat. I'll be changing the title of this to Let's Chat and Have a Cuppa, because we kind of got talking a bit too much and we didn't do any stretching this morning. But I will be uploading a fluid motion exercise, a 5-minute exercise session with only a very few sessions. Good morning, Chronic Chronicles. It's good to see you. thank you ever so much. Thank you for stopping by. It is wonderful to see you. Everybody, please also give Chronic Chronicles a warm welcome. You've joined an amazing, both Chronic Chronicles and Anna, you have joined an amazing community. Everybody here has beautiful souls. They're absolutely wonderful people. Now, some of them can be a little bit naughty in their comments, but we just don't read that out loud. We let them have fun because they bring us fun too, but they can be very naughty sometimes. So expect the unexpected because you just never know. Where am I from? I was born in Singapore, but my parents are British. Exactly, Chronic Chronicles. Exactly. Yep. Well, I kind of figured. I figured there was a typo in there somewhere. I don't have a son and daughter, Dex. I have 3 cats and a dog. They're my babies. My baby's names? Okay, Annie is my dog. She's a toy fox terrier. She's my hero dog. She saved my life. And she was only a year old, actually, at the time when she did that. And I have 3 indoor cats. I have 2 males. Tiggy, he's gone. I was going to show you Tiggy. Tiggy is a part Maine Coon and part Tabby, and he's huge, absolutely huge. He used to, when he was a baby, he used to hang around my neck, but now it's to the point he can't. He's just way too. Yeah. I have a husband, Dex. Sorry. Come here, baby. He's like, oh no, not again, Mom. Not again. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. All right, honey. It's okay. It's okay. The people just want to say hi. Yeah, the people just want to say hi. Oh. So this is my boy. This is Tiggy. This is the part Maine Coon and part Tabby. All right. He's a squirmer. Oh, hang on, you're getting caught there. There you go. He doesn't like the camera. No, okay, this is how big he is. Look, he's getting annoyed. He says, Mama, you know I don't like that camera thingy. You know I don't like that camera thingy. I call him the cat burglar. I'm going to be giving him his own, there you go. All right, down you go. There you go. I'm going to be giving him his own playlist. Because I'll be, he's huge. So, he is a beautiful boy. He really is. Yeah, Diana says he's a lion. Yep, he really is. He's big. He's really big. Where's Waldo? Quincy. He's just taking Annie out. He's just taking Annie out, honey. Oh gosh. And then his brother is more tabby than Maine Coon. He's huge. He's big. He's big for a tabby, so he does have some Maine Coon genes in him. But he's more tabby and he's not around. And then we have our old lady cat, who is, how old is the big boy? He's 5 years old. He's 5 years old. Well, that's okay, Dex. That's okay, Dex. Not everybody likes pet animals, but they've been my lifesaver. And you just never know, Dex. You just never know. One might come walking into your life. Well, you don't have to wash them, Dex. If you get a cat, you don't have to wash a cat. Yes, he does. He does. He does. Chronicles. He really does. He is like a mid. He's bigger than my toy fox terrier. And my toy fox terrier weighs 12 pounds now, maybe more, because she's getting a little fat. And he's actually bigger than she is. It's funny seeing them walk side by side. I keep trying to catch a video of it, but they don't cooperate so well. Pi said she has a female Maine Coon, and they're all lovable. Yes, they are. They are very lovable. He is like... Exactly, Quincy, exactly. You get a kitten, you put him on the cat litter box once as a kitten, and that's it. They know exactly where they're going to go to the bathroom. Lil Dumpling, hello, honey. It's so good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. My goodness, I'm going to be on here forever. Pi said Craig had dogs, then Hobo Kitty, captured his heart. Yep, I know, Pi. I haven't, I'm sorry I didn't respond to your comment yet. It's just, I kept crying every time I tried to respond to it. Because it reminds me of, you know, my losing my Mr. T, my first toy fox terrier. You know, I lost him 5 years ago, and it still hurts. So, you know, all right, Dex, you take care, honey. And remember, Dex, you can do it. You can do it. So, you know, I mean, I keep coming back to your comment, Pi, and I keep trying to respond to it. And one of these days you'll be surprised I will respond to it. It's just not easy typing when you've got tears in your eyes. So far my day is going good. Well, I woke up late. After 3 hours sleep. I didn't have a good night's sleep last night, but that's okay. But so far it's going good. It's very, very foggy out, which is rather strange. Yes, that's true, Pi. You have to keep your faith strong. And it doesn't matter what your faith is in. But you've got to keep your faith in something. You've got to believe in something. It's kind of human nature. Chronicle says, I have a Yorkie and I think he's smaller than your lion. Yeah, cats can keep, and dogs, yeah, cats can keep the air calm. But when cats feel that the energy needs stirring up, they will stir the energy up. They will. But yeah, my Maine Coon Tiki, He sleeps with me. He follows me around like a dog. At the end of the day, he actually stands at the bedroom door looking down the hallway. If I'm in the kitchen getting a cup of tea, he will stand there in the hallway and he'll look down the hallway like, oh, come on, Mom, it's bedtime. Now. You know, and if I get up during the night and just to go to the bathroom, he's right behind me. It's like, my goodness, I can't do anything by myself these days. Ford Van Man, good morning. It's so good to see you. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to yawn while I was saying that. I wasn't bored by you. Thank you ever so much, Ford Van Man. It's kind of bounced back between, you know, last night it was a 1002. And then this morning it went down to 995, and then it's kind of bounced around, you know, over the past few hours. So we shall see. I'm getting chilly. Hang on, I have to put something on. I'm getting chilly. I don't know why I'm getting chilly. It was warm this morning. Now it's suddenly gone chilly. Quincy, if you're still there, you probably can see by the camera and everything, there's a different configuration to my room. And I'm slowly getting it organised. Oh, here's the other cat. I'll go get the other cat. And I have a rack in front of my my window that I'm starting to grow stuff on. Come here. Come here, baby boy. Come see Mummy. Come see Mummy. Why are you running away from me? This is... Hey, come on. Oh, dear me. He's like, no, I don't want to get in front of that thing. I don't want to see people. Where are you? Where did you go? Well, I guess if my other cat comes out, we'll see him. He's hiding underneath the bed right now. Thank you, little dumpling. I do actually get dressed at some point during the day. It's just that when I start these live streams, it's like at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I am up at 5 or 6 in the morning. So, oh no, little dumpling, you're getting rain again? Yeah, I just got a message sent to me by a friend of mine who lives up in Scotland, and it would seem that the whole of the UK is in got Arctic conditions, and they're under a huge watch and warning. It's apparently pretty bad out there. So, Chronicle says, take your time, lady. We always have respect for your slow days. Thank you so much. Oh, and you're still in your robe too? Well, good for you. Good for you. It's a good PJ's day. I think it's a good PJ's day. Because it's, actually, it might burn off. It just might burn off later this afternoon. Yeah, you saw the watch yesterday, Quincy. I'm glad I'm not over there. It's, that's one thing. People say that, think that the UK is always raining, but it's not always raining. But there is one thing I will say is when they get snow, they get snow. They get snow. I can remember snow, so deep it was hard to walk. I mean, but yeah, granted I was knee high to a grasshopper there. Not that I'm much bigger than that now, but I can remember, in my teens when it snowed, opening up a door. Exactly, Quincy. Quincy is a southerner, so he's where it's nice and warm. So he says it sounded awful. Yep, it sure is. I can remember opening up the front door and snow being piled up. You open the door and it's like, oh God, got to start shoveling the snow before you can even step out of the door because it's piled halfway up the door jamb. It's unbelievable. Where is he? I keep hearing somebody moving around. Hey, sweetie pie. Come on, mommy. Come on, sweetie. Shall I take my glasses off? Is that what's bothering you? There you go. Come on, Ticky. Come on, Tippy. Good boy. Good boy. Come. There you go. There you go. My goodness, you're getting heavy. You're about as heavy as your brother. Okay. And this is the other boy. He takes more after his mom, the tabby. Because I know the mom was a tabby because I saw her. These two boys are actually rescues. And this one's got really big eyes. Really big tabby eyes. Alright, sweetie. And boy, you're getting heavy. He's getting fat, but he's a big boy too. I know, honey. So that's the that's the tabby. All right, I'll let you go down. Whew, he is getting fat. You're getting heavy, boy. So, and then we have the yeah, little dumpling is bigger than me. And then we have the old lady cat, and the old lady cat is a tuxedo cat, and she's 18 years old. She's blind, but she knows her way around well enough that she has no problem getting around the house. So just every once in a while she might get herself lost when she's been walking around in circles for a bit. And then she'll call out and the boys go running to her. It's so cute to see. And thankfully they still respect her, because that was one of my concerns, is her being old and blind, is they might not respect her. But I'm thankful that they do. They still respect her, so... Chronicles, I'm not in the UK. I used to be in the UK. I'm now in Kansas. You visited Brighton. Yep. We used to. Oh. No, that's okay. No, that's okay. I am British. My parents are British. Um, I am British nationality. Um, but I've spent more of my life living in different countries than in the UK. Yeah, Cassie is in the UK. And most of our UK people have left the room right now, but we get a lot of UK people in here. But Brighton, yes, I used to go to Brighton too. Hang on a minute, that's the phone. Hello? Yes. Oh, Beth. Yeah, I'm so glad I managed to get to talk to you. It's not refills that I need, it's the injections that I need so that I can finish coming off the last 15 milligrams of morphine. Basically, yeah, that's what's been happening. The pain clinic that I've been with, they have been every couple of months they've lost the nurse practitioner or whoever it was that I was seeing at the time. So each time I saw a new one, oh well, no, I don't want to do anything this month, so we'll leave you on the same level. And it's been a year of this, and I'm like, I've already got denied by a couple of transplant centres because of this going on, and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I've been weaning myself down, and I came down really quickly, which they were surprised because when I finally went back and I saw somebody new, I said, "Oh no, I'm not taking that much. This is how much I'm taking." Oh, well, that was quick, and I'm like, well. Yeah, because time is of the essence here. I mean, luckily I'm not in dire straits right now with my lungs, but that can change at any time. I'm on 15 milligrams a day. I split it in two. I take half on the morning and half at night. Yep, that's it. Yeah. 90 milligrams a day. At the beginning of this year. Actually, March. I had a triple root nerve block done in the thoracic area many, 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 many years ago. Well, it was always nurse practitioners. No, no. And they've lied to me. They've lied to me too. Dr. Malnachu himself lied to me about the fact, because occasionally I take Xanax when I have sudden onset of not being able to breathe, and he told me it was against the law. And I'm like, for him to prescribe me morphine, if I'm taking any amount of Xanax from anyone, and that's not true, because I checked myself, that is not true, it's not against the law. And yes, yeah. And it's been a long time since I've had a refill, because it's not that often that I need it now. I will be honest and say I've had the odd night where I've had to take it in order to be able to get some sleep, because of the pain through my back and the shocks that I'm getting down my legs. But they did a urinalysis test, but because they couldn't find the results, they wanted to do another urinalysis test. And I said, well, why? And they said, oh, well, we did it one way, so now we're going to try it, we're doing it another way, we're doing a different test. And then I heard them all, so I disputed it while I was there. And I heard them talking in another room, and they couldn't find my results, so that's why they wanted to retest me. Whereas if they'd have clicked the back button, it turns out, on the computer, my results were right there. You know, and it's like, please don't lie to me. Yeah. Yes. No, I understand, yeah. Oh, I have degenerative disc disease. It's in the thoracic area and also in the cervical spine area. I have a very large spur that's compressing my spinal cord. I've had a double cervical fusion, again many years ago. Um, oh gosh, 20 years. Yeah. Maybe longer than that. I have a spinal stenosis, and there's a whole list of other stuff. Oh, 20 some years ago? And I've been on the same level for 20 years. 20 some years. Um, well, it's changed. I was in Philadelphia. I was with a pain clinic in Philadelphia. And then I moved here 18 years ago, and it's been different doctors because, you know, it was primarily, initially primarily a primary care doctor, and then she moved out of town, so then I ended up having to go to a pain clinic. I think about two. That's okay, yeah. I think about 2 years now. Yeah. It could be a little bit longer. My time is kind of off with my brain's not working the same as it used to. Oh. I had, yeah. Yeah, they did x-rays at Nalmatchus. And I have seen the results from that, and it makes it sound like there's really nothing wrong with my spine. Exactly. Exactly. And it's the last MRI was again probably about 8 years ago, 10 years ago. Um, it Leavenworth. It was in Leavenworth. I would have to get back to you with the name of the place. No. Right. Right. And I think that's my only option right now. It was a triple root nerve block in the thoracic area. Oh gosh, 20 some years ago. Yes. Right. Thank you ever so much. I have a week or so more left. I know that, you know, if I needed to, I could go talk to Dr. Whitlow, you know, and he would help me, you know, for an extra month if need be. Because he's done that before for me, when I've needed help. Like when I came out of hospital and I couldn't get to the pain clinic. There was I had a 2 weeks gap there. So I know he will help me out there. And I really don't need help weaning off, you know, this last 15 minutes. I mean, having done it myself. I mean, they've no idea at the pain clinic that I'm only taking 15 milligrams. Just over a month ago. No, it's just for the pain, the injections. Thank you. Right. Okay, wonderful. My pulmonologist is Dr. Nelson there at, so if you need to, I mean, you can always talk with him too. Thank you ever so much. Thanks for not giving up on me. Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Yes, that was Shawnee Mission. They're going, she said, I'm glad that you called back and explained a bit more. So we had a bit more of a discussion of what my needs are and where I'm at and all that kind of stuff.
What did they say about, what do they specialize on?
The injections. So she's going to talk to the doctor and see if we can get, so if they can get me in, you know.
You have to talk to Dr. Whitlow now.
Yeah, I will. Honey, can I have a cup of tea, please, babe? It's gone cold. Thank you.
You CBD, come on.
You gonna go take your medicine? You want to sit with me? Come on then. Come on. I got you. Okay. Okay. Alright. Sorry, guys. That was the phone call that I've been waiting for. Yes! With the pain clinic. With the new pain clinic. Going to help me with the injections in my spine. So I can then start and move forward with the transplant centres. Thank you ever so much. Oh, Pi, you were talking to a doctor too. My goodness. Yep, so I'm so, oh my gosh. Pain-free spray. You know, I've tried the pain-free spray and that really didn't help with my pain. The pain that I'm dealing with is spinal problems. It's degenerative disc disease, trapped nerves, and all that kind of stuff. Grace says my wife says being married to me, she needs to join a pain management plan. That's a good one. Yes, please, honey. Oh my gosh. Welcome back, Kate, honey. Welcome back. Oh, Grace, that is just so funny. Oh, you've got chronic I have, in fact, I forgot to mention that to the doctor. I have some scoliosis too. Pi. It's not chronic. It's just a slight to the right. So I'm pretty thankful with I have a chronic condition with that too, but the rest of it really is like, oh my gosh. But I'm just so thankful now that they can get me in. You boys are constantly telling on each other. It's just. Oh, Nanny, why are you moaning, hey? Are you still cold from being out? Are you still cold from being outside? I know. Let me give you some huddles and cuddles. She says, I don't like. Hide my face, Mama. Hide my face. Yeah, I went to a chiropractor once, Pi, and a couple of times I went to a chiropractor once, and they darn near paralyzed me. So I'm very shy about going back to one again. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, honey. She's snuggling. She's getting warm. They touched my neck one way, and I said to him, am I supposed to get electric shocks down my arms when that happens? And he said, no. And my neck the opposite way. And I said, I got electric shocks down my arm again. So he said, well, that shouldn't happen. And he could see on the x-ray that I have this huge spur that's compressing my spinal cord in my neck. And I thought, well, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And I went back again a second time, and he did the same darn thing. So I'm like, sorry, not going back. And I nearly thumped him. The second time he did it, I nearly thumped him. Good girl. Oh, you are such a good girl. You take your medicine. She said, thank you, Pappy.
Welcome.
Thank you, Pappy. Yeah, no, So, Kate says she has Sherman's disease, which is inflammatory arthritis. Yeah. Yeah, it is. You have to laugh. You just have to laugh at all this stuff. It's crazy. Grace says, knock on wood, my back has been feeling relatively good for the last 3 days. Wonderful. Knocking on wood for you, Grace. Knocking on wood. Grace says, howdy, Mr. June. Kate, she has epilepsy. So we give her CBD. And she has CBD every morning. And she was, when she started with epilepsy, she was having grand mal seizures 2 or 3 times a day, every day. And it was getting very scary. There is a couple of videos. There is a playlist, and there's a couple of videos there. And I really wasn't handling it very well, because it was like her first seizures, and I was kind of freaking out. But now with the CBD, she probably has about 3 seizures. They come in clusters too. She'll have 3 seizures, and it'll be one, and then a few days later she'll have another, and then a few days later she'll have another. They very rarely go into grand mal now. They very rarely last for any length of time. And she knows when she's going to have a seizure because she actually comes to me. She actually... Chris. Oh, that's so funny. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry. Did you read what Grizz has just written, guys? Oh my god. Do you know Toy Fox Terriers hate water? Toy Fox Terriers just have this natural aversion to water. They think they're got a couple of raindrops on them and they think they're going to melt. Exactly, Cassie. You have to laugh because if you don't laugh, you're going to cry. And then when you cry, you can't breathe. So it's a no-win situation, but Chris. Grace says, June, when the dog has a seizure, throw it in the bathtub, add some laundry and detergent, and name your dog Maytag. Other people out there probably won't appreciate that, but this far into the stream, people don't watch this far back, so we can laugh about that. But yeah, she has very few seizures now, and they very rarely go into grandma. And she knows when a seizure is coming on, and she will actually come to me. Because they say don't touch a dog when they're having a seizure, because some dogs are known to bite. Because their brain is misfiring. All the signals in the brain are misfiring. But she actually comes to me, and she likes to be held. She wants me to hold her while she's having a seizure. And she actually sticks her head underneath my armpit. So that's how I know. That's how I know when she's gonna the way she actually comes to me and clings. I know she's about to have a seizure. But this morning she's just snuggly. She's just snuggly this morning. She's waiting for a breakfast. Yeah. Yeah. She says it's cold and wet outside, Mama. Oh. Pi said she had a Manx kitty that did the same thing. Oh. So, are you still with us, Quincy? Or did you fall asleep? Quincy works nights and he works long hours. And it worries me. Oh, hi. Hi, Cassie's daughter. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. Yeah, that's Quincy. That's my Quincy. I'm sorry, Cassie. I don't remember your daughter's name. Grace. Hi, Grace. Thank you, honey. I have a terrible memory sometimes. My mum once called me up and said, "Where's my Mother's Day card?" And I said to her, I said, "Have I ever sent you a Mother's Day card?" She said, "No." I said, "So why are you asking me where your Mother's Day card is?" All right, Pi. I love you, honey. You have a wonderful day, sweetie. Pickers! Hi, honey. It's so good to see you. Did I miss you? Were you here? Are you going? Are you leaving? Are you staying? Oh, Nana. I need a footstool. I do. I need a footstool up here. She says I can see myself in that thing there. She said I'm going to hide my head. Oh. All right, Pickers, honey. You take care, sweetie. Oh. Trying to find somewhere to put my foot. Hold my leg up so you can be comfortable. Underneath the bed, I think.
The for his breakfast? Come on. Come on.
Yeah, he's under the bed.
Yeah.
It's because I picked him up and showed him to the people, and he doesn't like being in the camera. That's why he's hiding.
Come on, Tippy.
Do you want to go see what you're having for breakfast? You hungry? Are you hungry? Yeah. Are you ready for breakfast? Go on then. Go see. Go on. Go see. Go on. Good girl. Incoming. She's like, I'm off for breakfast. Bye. Oh, my stomach. Okay, I think we're going to call this a day. My goodness, I can't believe that we have been on this long. We've had a really good conversation. And we've had some laughs. And I'll be changing the title when it uploads. She'll be changing the title to Let's Have a Cuppa and a Chat. And I will be uploading also a fluid motion 5-minute, very short and easy stretching, on the move kind of thing. Oh, that's okay, fireman, that's okay. We all have that problem these days. You come back? Didn't Pappy feed you quick enough? She's still waiting to find out what her breakfast is. You want to come back up? You want to say goodbye to the people? Come on then. No? Well, you want me to go that way too? Oh, I'm telling you, this child. Oh my goodness, Chris, you're so naughty. You're so naughty. Scotty, hello. I was seeing your messages as they came through, honey. I just couldn't respond because I'm on my phone already. But we're just about to close up. And I'm sorry that you're going through such a terrible snowstorm there. Oh, thank you, Pi. Pi says bye-bye. Yep. Nana's like, she's looking around like, oh, where? What? You say somebody's here? Somebody's leaving? Oh. So, well, it's bound to be. Don't be sorry at all. I certainly will give Maytag lots of love from you, Grizz. I certainly will, honey. Thank you ever so much.
Where's Annie?
She's sitting around here. She's
Come on,
looking at you. She's
on.
like, why aren't you coming over this way?
Come on, Annie. Breakfast.
Go on. Good girl. She's a little princess. She loves being served. Tell you. She's not spoilt much. Mm-mm. She is, really. So I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are in this universe. Remember to be kind and thoughtful towards each other, and when you look at each other in the eye, make sure you can truly say, I see you. Because you never know what somebody is going through in their day, and that person that you're looking at could one day be you. And remember, one step at a time, one breath at a time, I can do this. We can do this, folks. Yes, we can. I love you all. Thank you ever so much. Thank you for helping me start my day. And it's been lovely talking to you all. And I hope to see you all again. And thank you for talking, Quincy. And I hope you'll be able to do it again someday. And I love you. I love you all so very much. Thank you. Bye-bye. I will, Kate, and you stay strong too, sweetie. And remember, if you need, contact each other throughout the day. And give each other love. Contact each other throughout the week or the month and let them know that you're thinking of them. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.